I'm responding to a video I saw somebody post about how they feel that the sprinkle sprinkle girl is ruining relationships or women's mentality about what they should be looking for in love. Well, this is what I got to say about that. First off, I feel like all advice isn't for everyone, right? So, obviously, if you don't agree with the philosophy, that's fine. But thinking that the majority of women actually listen to that is inaccurate. Like, she isn't ruining anything. There are lots of men who believe the things that she says because she's just being honest. What Shira does is she teaches women how to think like men, or at least teaches women what to expect out of men. Um, the truth of the matter is that this is a misogynistic society and it is built on patriarchy and capitalism. It's never been a secret that this country hates women, and the easiest way to tell that is the way that they treat the women when it comes to love. Shira's approach to relationships is very classical. There is nothing wrong with wanting a man just for money, because if you understood men, then you would want something back from him just that, like, transactional. You would have a problem having a transactional relationship with a man. Unfortunately, the courses in patriarchy did not involve how to love a woman because it's not a requirement. There used to be a time romance was not a thing, and getting married was just something that people did to build their wealth. Mainly the man would go after the daughter of some kind of an elite individual, celebrity, old money, whatever the case. And there was nothing wrong with that then. That was socially acceptable. And so in exchange, he would get connections to other resources. It was all about him building on his reputation as a man. Everything that a man does is about being a man. And I won't go as far as saying this. Men only are attracted to women and want women so that they can look like men in front of other men. All they have ever cared about is how other men view them. That's it. And a woman is just a pawn on a chessboard as far as his grand scheme of looking like a man. You're right there next to the assets, the house he has, the luxury car he's driving, his six-figure salary. It's just all a part of a list of things that makes him feel like he's a man so he can flex in front of other men. There are a very small number of men who actually are in a marriage or a relationship for emotional fulfillment, but they know that that's what we want. So what Shira does is she teaches women the way that men think so that they can increase their chances of getting the things that they want out of them by, first of all, teaching them things women don't want to hear. And a lot of women say things like, all I want is love, but those girls are the number one people that are taken advantage of the most. And it's not because you're silly, but it's because men can pick that up. They can sense that. You ever wonder why women are always attracting the same kind of man? Because you keep leading with the same things. It's like a woman will meet a guy and go out on a date with him, and then because he holds the door and pays the bill, she's all in love. And it's like women are in love with the idea of love. That's never been a secret. But men, they always get what they want out of women because they understand how we function. They understand what we need and what we want. The problem with us is we refuse to accept that men are the way that they are. They tell us about themselves all the time. And, I listen to Shira. I don't agree with everything that she says. Her philosophy, to me, can be quite dangerous if you are just trying to look for certain things from a man, especially money or like material things. You got to know how to do that. And if you're not by nature a woman like Shira, and you take her advice and you go headlong into something that could be dangerous for you, you shouldn't be reckless about it. But I still listen to her because she understands a whole lot about the male psyche, and I think it's beneficial for women to learn it. Not so you can be money hungry, but just so you can protect yourself and make sure that you get the things you want out of men. Again, men are always getting what they want out of us because they take notes. They understand what we want. They understand that we love love. They understand that we have emotional needs and they show up with those needs. But the whole intent of that is just to hook you. And if you can understand that it's just about a hook, then, you can figure out how to get what you want as well. I condone her educating women to not be ignorant anymore to the machinations of a man. And then there's another woman that teaches women that men are incapable of love. Now, I don't believe this about the entire body of men, but the older I get, the more I do realize that most of them are like, they don't put love at the top of their priority list. And it's just biology. It's not necessarily that they're butts. I mean, they're not horrific. They're just different from us. We're right brain thinkers and they're left brain. And logically, a man wouldn't want to get with a woman unless he can get what he wants from her, all of what he wants from her. So, yeah, I don't think that there's anything wrong with having an agenda when you approach men, even if that is to get certain things. I think that women will do well to learn how to mix their masculine energy with their feminine to get the things they want. Learn how to be a little manipulative. There's nothing wrong with that. Men do it all the time. But we don't want to make men the reason why we're acting like men. I just want to point out the fact that you're not getting what you want. It's not working. Like, it'd be different if, if she didn't have a man. She got a man. And he paying all the bills. She stays home. She has children. And their understanding is if he ever went broke, she's out. It works. Men are not, shy about making arrangements with you. A man would much rather be like transactional with you than anything else. That way he don't have to come up, with any way to manipulate you. So I just think it's about knowing what you're looking for, what you want, and how to get it. And if you ever come up with a way that you can figure out how to get what you want, then I encourage you to talk about it with us. Because the soft girls have not won yet. And it's not going to get any easier. The older you get, the harder it becomes. Because, again, men place value on women based on their age. It's just the way it is. Men don't want to talk to you when you hit a certain age. It's like, okay, we can't have kids and you don't have the energy to look after the kids and you're old, right? So you can be softy, but still apply a lot of the things that she's saying so that you can get what you want. You can apply it to whatever you want. You don't have to be somebody that you're not. You don't have to be manipulative. You can be your soft, genuine self, all while knowing that this boy is going to try something. And really, it's a matter of common sense. And I feel like what she's doing is reprogramming women to think for themselves. Because a lot of the times we just get pulled into that wormhole of romance. And we're seeing stars and cotton candy sliding down our throat because we don't understand that it's a game. The minute that you shake that game, you become a step ahead of everything that a man might do or say. And then you're not so easily a target for their nonsense. Men play so many games. And here's the thing. I know a lot of women go, I'm willing to wait for my Prince Charming. Let me tell you something that you're not going to want to hear. Your Prince Charming is married to someone else. Or he's about to meet another woman right now. I know that this whole philosophy about there's someone for everyone, that's also some bull too. No, the older you get, the more likely it is that you're going to have to settle. You got to be okay with that. Right? You're not going to have it all. You're going to have a guy who's really sweet, nice to you, but he might be a little broke. What's more important to you? Right? You're not going to have it all. Sorry. Healthy, secure men are already taken when you get to a certain age. So we're just dealing with the crumbs. That's why I just don't date. But I just wanted to respond to this video because I thought it was really interesting. A lot of women feel that way. Why do I have to act like a heathen? I don't want to be a heathen. Well, you don't have to be a heathen, mama. But you're not going to get what you want if you don't know how to manipulate the game. I've been saying that for years. I don't want to play games with guys. Well, baby, they always playing with you, so you might as well jump into the court.